Welcome back to English Every Day, the podcast. I'm Mary.
And I'm Luke. We're so glad you could join us.
Today, we're diving into a topic that's super useful for anyone living in or visiting a city: public transportation.
That's right. It can be a bit intimidating at first, navigating a new city's buses and trains, but we're here to break it down for you.
We'll cover everything from asking for directions to buying your ticket and making sure you get off at the right stop.
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll feel much more confident using public transport in English. So let's get started.
Okay, Luke, let's imagine our listener has just arrived in a new city. They need to get to their hotel, and the best way is by bus. But first, they need to find the bus station. What's the first step?
The first step is, of course, asking for help. Don't be shy. Most people are happy to help a visitor.
Totally. So, what are some polite phrases you can use to get someone's attention?
A great way to start is with "excuse me." It's polite and immediately signals that you need to ask a question. You could say, "Excuse me, could you help me, please?"
That's a perfect start. And after that, you need to ask where the station is. You could be direct and say, "Where is the nearest bus station?" Or "Where is the subway station?"
Right. Or if you want to be a little more indirect, you could say something like, "Excuse me, I'm looking for the train station. Could you tell me which way it is?"
"I'm looking for" is a great phrase. It's very common and sounds natural. What about understanding the directions they give you? That can be the tricky part.
Absolutely. People might use phrases like "go straight ahead," "turn left at the corner," or "it's on your right just past the bank."
Just past the bank. That's a good one. Landmarks are key. It's often easier to follow directions that mention a specific building, like a bank, a supermarket, or a post office.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask for clarification. If you don't understand, you can say, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat it, please?"
Right. Or even, "Could you speak a little more slowly, please?" People are usually very understanding.
Let's do a quick role play. Mary, you be the tourist and I'll be a local person on the street.
Okay, sounds fun. Let me clear my throat. Excuse me, sir?
Yes? How can I help you?
I'm trying to find the central train station. Am I going in the right direction?
Ah, the central station. You're going the wrong way, actually. You need to turn around.
Oh, okay. Turn around?
Yes. Go back down this street for 2 blocks, then take a right at the big intersection with the traffic lights. You'll see a large library on the corner.
Okay, so back down this street, 2 blocks, then right at the traffic lights. I should see a library.
That's it. The station is just across the street from the library. You can't miss it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all. Have a great day.
See, that was easy. Repeating the directions back is a fantastic way to confirm you've understood them correctly.
Totally agree. It shows you were listening and gives the person a chance to correct you if you misunderstood.
Okay, so we've found the station. The next challenge is figuring out which bus or train to take and when it leaves. This means we need to understand the schedule, or as it's often called in the UK, the timetable.
Right. Schedules can look like a confusing grid of numbers, but they're not so bad once you know what to look for. Nowadays, many people use apps on their phones, which makes it much simpler.
True, apps are a lifesaver, but it's still good to know how to read a physical schedule at a bus stop or train station. What are the key words to look for?
You'll definitely want to find departure and arrival. Departure is the time the bus leaves, and arrival is the time it gets to its destination.
And you also need to check the day of the week. Schedules are often different for weekdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
That's a really important point. The Sunday service is often much less frequent, meaning the buses or trains don't come as often. You might also see terms like peak and off-peak.
Yes, what do those mean?
Peak hours are the busiest times, usually when people are traveling to and from work in the morning and evening. Think from about 7 to 9 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m.
Right, and off-peak is all the other times, like the middle of the day, late at night, and on weekends. Tickets are sometimes cheaper during off-peak hours.
A good tip. So, on the schedule, you'll see a list of stops and a list of times. You find your current location, find where you want to go, and then look across to see the times the service runs.
Let's say the schedule shows times like 10:15, 10:30, 10:45. That means the bus comes every 15 minutes.
Exactly. You'll also see the route number or line name. For example, you might need to take the number 12 bus or the Blue Line train. Make sure you're looking at the right schedule for the direction you want to go.
That's a classic mistake to make, getting on the right bus number but going the opposite direction.
I've done that more than once. Always check the final destination listed on the front of the bus or train. It'll usually say something like 12 to downtown or 12 to Northgate Mall.
Great advice. And if you're ever unsure, just ask the driver or another passenger. A simple question like, "Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center?" can save you a lot of time.
Totally. People are usually helpful.
All right, we've found the station, we know which train we need and what time it leaves. Now we need a ticket.
The ticket machine. Another modern marvel that can be a little confusing at first.
It really can. They all look slightly different, but the process is generally the same. The first thing you'll see is a screen, often a touch screen. It will probably ask you to choose your language.
Yes, always look for that English option. It makes life so much easier. After you select your language, the machine will ask what kind of ticket you want to buy.
Let's talk about the different types. The most common are single and return.
Right. A single or a one-way ticket is for a trip to your destination only. You use it once and that's it.
And a return or a round-trip ticket is for a journey to your destination and then back again to your starting point. It's often a little cheaper than buying two single tickets.
That's a good point. You might also see options for a day pass or a 24-hour ticket. This lets you travel as much as you want on all buses and trains in the city for a whole day.
Day passes are great if you're planning on doing a lot of sightseeing and hopping on and off different routes.
Definitely. So once you've selected the type of ticket, you'll need to choose your destination. Sometimes you type the name of the station, other times you choose it from a map or a list.
And then you have to pay. What are the payment options?
Most machines accept credit cards and debit cards. You'll often see a slot to insert your card or a contactless reader where you can just tap your card or your phone.
And what about cash?
Many machines still accept cash, both coins and bills, or notes as they say in the UK. But be aware, some machines might not give change, or they might only accept exact change. It's good to have smaller bills and coins if you plan to pay with cash.
That's a great tip. So to recap the process, choose your language, select the ticket type, select your destination, choose your payment method, and then pay.
Exactly. And once you've paid, don't forget to take your ticket and your change if you're getting any. The ticket will print out from a slot at the bottom of the machine.
It sounds simple when we break it down like that.
It really is. Just take your time, read the screen carefully, and you'll be fine.
And beyond the machines, many cities have reusable travel cards, right? Like a top-up card. Okay, we have our ticket and we're on the bus. We're on our way. But how do we know when to get off?
The final piece of the puzzle. This is where your listening skills come in handy. On most modern buses and trains, there will be automated announcements.
Right, a recorded voice will say the name of the next stop. It might sound something like, "Next stop, Elm Street."
Sometimes there's also a digital display screen that shows the name of the upcoming stops, which is incredibly helpful.
It really is. But what if the sound system is broken or it's a very crowded, noisy bus? What can you do then?
That's a great question. One thing you can do is track your journey on a map app on your phone, like Google Maps. It will show your location in real time, so you can see when you're getting close to your stop.
That's my go-to method. It's very reliable. Another option is to ask someone. You could sit near the driver and say, "Could you please let me know when we get to the City Museum?"
Or you could ask a fellow passenger, "Excuse me, I'm trying to get to the City Museum. Do you know how many more stops that is?"
Exactly. Most people will be happy to help you out. You'll also need to signal that you want to get off. On a bus, there's usually a button or a cord to press.
Right. You should press it just after the bus leaves the stop before yours. This lets the driver know that someone wants to get off at the next stop.
On a train or subway, the doors usually open automatically at every station, so you don't need to press a button unless you're on a more regional train.
And what happens if the worst case scenario happens and you miss your stop?
Don't panic. It happens to everyone. The simplest thing to do is just get off at the very next stop.
Exactly. Then you can either walk back to your intended stop, or you can cross the street and catch a bus or train going in the opposite direction, back one stop.
It's usually not a big deal. It might cost you a few extra minutes, but it's an easy problem to solve. The key is to stay calm.
That's the key to all of this, really. Public transport can seem complicated, but if you stay calm and aren't afraid to ask for help, you'll be navigating the city like a local in no time.
And that brings us to the end of our episode on public transportation.
We covered a lot today, from asking for directions
To reading schedules, buying tickets from a machine.
to making sure you get off at the right stop. We hope these tips make you feel more prepared for your next journey.
Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use public transport, the easier it will become. And every time you ask for directions or buy a ticket, you're practicing your English.
That's so true. It's a real-world language lesson.
Thanks so much for listening to English Every Day, the podcast.
We'll be back soon with another topic to help you with your English learning journey. Until then, take care and happy travels.